Hi, folks. A few months ago, I talked about a game that my dog had more or less invented, which I called the ragbone game. And now I'm going to report on what's happened since, because the dog has totally lost interest in the ragbone game. Now, why is that? Well, since then, we've uh, take him every other day to the doggy park, where he gets to run around in a big area with other dogs and chase balls and things like that. Moreover, here at home, we've got to taking him outside in the yard without a leash, and there's an area where it was recently cleared, and he has a sand pit or a sandbox, you might say, where he can dig holes um, and run around and so on in that. So his favorite game now is something that I call unoriginally Chasey. And this obviously shows an influence from the dog park, because when dogs play, they like to chase each other around. Well, Ranger now wants us to chase him around outside. And that's kind of what he was doing with the ragbone game, except this time he's not carrying anything, or sometimes he carries a ball. So we make like we're going to chase him, but being senior citizens, we don't actually chase him, because there's no way we're going to keep up with a four-legged dog that's 2 years old. Instead, we make the threat, and we make the same posturing that dogs do at the dog park, which is to kind of spread their front legs out and get their heads right down on the ground and stare at you. And this works. He runs around and he gets a lot of exercise, but there are modifications here. If he has a ball, sometimes he makes sure that he can take the ball with him when he runs, and if he fails to pick it up, he'll double back and pick up the ball and so on. And then sometimes he'll go into the sand pit and dig a hole. And if you've ever seen a big dog dig a hole, it's very fast, 20 seconds, and he's got a pretty good deep hole to put the ball in and bury it. I have no idea why he buries the ball. When we play at the dog park and I throw a ball and he goes and gets it, sometimes he doesn't bring it back. Sometimes he brings it back and drops it where I can get it. But occasionally he brings it back and then buries it. Now, when he buries the ball, he typically digs a hole really fast, uses his muzzle to push dirt over it, and then starts to paw at it, I guess because he's not sure that the ball is really there. So sometimes he'll unearth the ball and then bury it again, or unearth the ball a second time and bury it again. It's kind of strange. But he likes it. He enjoys it. He's happy. So it's kind of a weird game, and the rules change depending on how he feels. But he's still happy. Now, this game sort of has rules, and it's sort of a way of organizing play. I've realized recently that many things that people call games are simply ways of organizing play and don't actually have anything to do with a formal game with game rules. But we manage. Thanks for listening.